We got Dragon Ball Super. We got One Piece. We got NBA. We got White Man Dan. And we got gaming stuff. This is the expansion pack. Guys, welcome back. This is episode 8. We have not been canceled yet. We're doing a good job at this.
Whoop. We might be canceled soon by this rant I'm about to go on.
Hopefully not.
No, just joking.
So we finally got our last installment of Super, and so Jordan had the he had the joy of actually getting to watch it. Unfortunately, everyone has not watched it. So Jordan, please express to us what happened in episode, was it 130? 131. 130 of Dragon Ball Super.
Like, I'm going to be honest with you, and I don't know if this is a popular opinion for the crowd, for the audience. If it wasn't for this podcast, I would not watch another episode of Dragon Ball Super. Well, it was, okay, so basically how the episode went is Goku was whooping Jiren's ass when he went into Mastered Ultra Instinct. Jiren got pissed because Goku was like, oh, I'm not only fighting for myself, I'm fighting for people that believe in me. Android 17 sacrifice. Vegeta, he gave me his energy.
Stars, rainbows. Did he have another one of those? I'm a good person rants where he talked like real like intensely, but he was saying like nice things.
Yeah, kind of. He was kind of making himself to be that like hero kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I
am the future and the hope of the world.
No, it wasn't as intense as
okay,
that.
That's what I'm talking about.
It was something though. And Jiren, which this is gonna be part of my rant.
Oh, I see the eye twitch.
Jiren gets pissed and goes like, oh, well, if you're fighting for your friends, and then he throws an energy ball up and tries to kill them.
Oh, he actually threw an energy blast this time?
For them, yeah. Oh, actually, you would have been proud. There was a lot of energy blasts this time.
Yes!
A lot.
Good old DBZ stuff.
They must have heard us, man.
So Jiren went evil?
Jiren just went evil out of nowhere. I mean, he said, forget the justice thing. I don't understand how he wasn't disqualified from that by doing that move. Huh?
He's a bitch now.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Goku knocks it away. Goku proceeds to whooping Jiren's ass after he powers up a little bit. Jiren's like on the floor like, oh, just finish me off. Like, I'm tired. I can't fight anymore.
Hold on. So
yes,
Goku
gets to that point.
Goku beat his ass that much that he actually like fucking quit.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yes.
I am really mad I missed this
episode. But Jiren quit?
Basically, yes.
He's
on the floor. He's like struggling to get up. He's like, ugh.
And
he's like, finish it. Just do it.
Shit.
Wait, so I don't know too much about Ultra Instinct. So when Goku's in Ultra Instinct, can he still talk, or is he like?
Yeah, he can.
Conscious state?
No, because he's not just omnipresent. He's just not omnipresent.
Because it's supposed to be this whole like unconscious, just reacting like to stuff. So like in my mind, it's one of those like if you're not thinking about what you're doing, you're not. You know what I'm saying? You're just you know what I'm saying?
Dragon Ball Super's not smart enough for that. This last episode was clear.
Like the closest I think thing in anime I can think of to Ultra Instinct is in Naruto, the original, when Rock Lee gets drunk. And he's like a drunken fist master.
Yeah, he's just doing everything.
So, like he's still talking,
and he's just
but
talking
like his talking
nonsense.
isn't. Yeah, he's just talking. You know what I'm saying? He's just talking.
I agree with that. I agree with that
but
completely.
But his mind is still like, I gotta beat this dude. I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's like focused still on the situation.
What else happened?
So you want to know how the episode ended? You want to know how the episode ended? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So Goku, before he could finish off Jiren, that drawback happened, and he. Ultra Instinct, they said, oh, well, because he's in master mode, I don't know how bad this, like, drawback's gonna be, because before it was just him tired. This is gonna be really, really bad. He, like, damn near gets zapped. I thought someone hit him in the back. You'll have to see it.
It does that, like, that little line thing. Oh, I'm back.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
like no, it was pretty dramatic. It was like, you remember how he cramped up when he was fighting Hit with Kaioken? It was 10 times worse.
Did he flail his hands in the air like?
No,
like
he looked like someone slashed him in the back. Like it looked like there was blood.
Oh.
And then like he just like zaps and then like.
So what's the point of Ultra Instinct?
Jiren, huh?
Sorry.
All right, we'll finish it. So Jiren is then about to finish off Goku.
Okay, so now
Jiren's like, oh, I can stand up again, and I can finish you off. And he's like, I don't. But Jiren then comes back to who he was and goes like, oh, well, I don't like it to end this way, but I guess I must. And then guess who shows up?
Frieza.
Not only Frieza,
Vegeta.
No,
Vegeta's out.
Frieza and who?
17. 17 didn't die.
I thought he was dead.
He didn't die.
No.
So he's still in the tournament.
He's still in the tournament.
Hot damn.
He said, I thought I would have killed myself, but I guess I didn't.
I guess I didn't fucking kill. Oh, okay,
and
all right.
Guess what the next episode's going to be?
What?
Regular ass Goku, regular ass Frieza, and 17 going against Jiren. And Jiren can magically move again.
Because he just couldn't move.
Because he
all
just
right, so no Pepper this week then. But almost Pepper.
I think there still will probably be getting a Pepper because no one called 17 still being alive, because what was the point of that?
No, I'm saying no Pepper as far as we don't know.
Guaranteed.
No, we're not for sure.
No, yeah, this will probably be a next week thing.
Okay.
We'll find out.
We're going to be having Pepper, okay? So, Roy, go ahead, tell me what you think.
Yeah, so you tell me what you think, because I'm about to rant.
We know where you're going with this, so what do you think?
Like I said from the start, Dragon Ball Super is trash.
Yeah.
What you just said to me. The last episode that we actually talked about before the skip last week, I dang near made Justin hate Super. And I don't think he's going to watch this episode with me.
The animation was fantastic. Like, if you were watching it, if you turned off your brain and just watched it, you'd be like, oh, this is fantastic.
I can't do that.
No, I don't blame you, because this was something where
so what
they didn't even need to put it to that. But
what were you saying?
I don't know. Like, for me, I like my things to make sense.
Does what he just told you, does that storyline surprise you?
It doesn't surprise me, because they've gone into the whole like WWE wrestling, which in and of itself is cool because it's self-aware. Like, oh, I'm beat up. Oh, I'm not beat up. Oh, I'm beat up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not beat up.
Yeah.
And, we expect more from Dragon Ball in its entirety. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you getting your butt beat, you're gonna be hurt, and it's gonna, like, they used to hold their arms, and when they're holding the arm's not getting used anymore. You know, like
when 17 broke.
Yeah, got the little
Vegeta's
red blood
arm,
here.
Yeah.
They Gohan did his Kamehameha, father son Kamehameha at Cell with one hand. His other hand, I don't know if you remember how cool that was. His one hand is dangling.
Yeah.
He's out here blasting. His feet go up. Like, that was cool. Like, Goku just got slashed in the back. I guarantee his back's gonna be fine next
he didn't get slashed in the back. It just made it look like that.
Jiren was crippled. He's not crippled anymore.
Yeah. So the two parts to my rant, the two key words for Dragon Ball Super.
He hasn't even started the rant, y'all.
Is deliverables and consistency.
Wow, that sounds academic. He's about to write
deliverables and consistency. When I
look at when I be listening to like podcasts, like one of the commercials they have is Timberland, and one of the commercials is words that make you uncomfortable, and like Gorgle is a
what? Gorgle?
Is Gorgle an actual word?
Gurgle or Gorgle?
Gorgle. I'm sorry. See, I'm uncomfortable saying that, but Jordan was very comfortable with saying whatever the fuck you just said. Deliverables. Please, sorry. I'm sorry. Continue.
I expect Timberland, it to be like
moist or something.
Moist.
Moist is one of the words.
So, I love moist. Anyway, we're
okay. So in terms of deliverables, right? Coming into the tournament, Gohan was supposed to, for example, they set him up to be like the hero of Universe 7. I didn't expect him to be as strong as Goku. I didn't expect him to be as on the same level, but I expected him to pull something, right?
His dreams are crushed. He loves Gohan, guys.
I do love Gohan, but the thing is he even said, I want to go beyond Ultimate Gohan. Nothing happened with him, all right? So then we get like.
Did you see his fucking mouth when he just said that? He did nothing happen.
Nothing happened.
I'm so glad he finally hates it like that.
So then you talk about, okay, let's go with Ultra Instinct, right? Ultra Instinct, they delivered on Ultra Instinct, but then what did they say? Goku will be exhausted after this. You know what happened in the next episode? Goku's fighting. You know where he goes? He goes Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. Like within the next 2 episodes.
Can I ask a quick question before?
Go ahead.
sorry guys if I'm backtracking. In Dragon Ball Z, as soon as they got a new transformation, you really didn't see the other stuff. After Saiyan Saga, you never saw Kaioken again. After Cell Saga, you never saw Super Saiyan 1 again. So why do they keep doing Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3 all the way to blue? I don't like. Is there a reason for it?
I'll rock with that question.
So my standpoint on it is, that was a solid question. My standpoint on it is, it would make perfect sense to me if, because it's a long running fight. It's supposed to be like 45 minutes. That's a lot for a fight. So my standpoint on that is it uses less energy, and no one should be really on par with them from other universes if they're going Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue.
Facts.
That's how it should be. But
another thing I would want to say with that too is, since they have so many drawbacks of, fatigue, maybe these are the ways they kind of work their way back up. I can't jump straight into Super Saiyan 2 or jump straight into Super Saiyan God. I got to start off with Super Saiyan 2. It's like warm up.
It makes sense.
Yeah. So when you go to that, to a degree, but when you go to that, they completely botch that philosophy because people are constantly throughout the tournament competing with them on that level, and then they say, well, we have to make sure we conserve our stamina. Literally within the same episode, they say that they jump to like Super Saiyan Blue or to Blue or whatever. So for example, Ultra Instinct, Goku was supposed to be exhausted. He was on the floor exhausted after he fought Jiren. Jiren was cool with it. Another consistency thing, real quick. Goku actually couldn't even, when he first fought Jiren, Goku couldn't hurt Jiren. Like, Jiren was standing still, just eating punches. When Goku was in base, he'd do a Kamehameha, deflect it off him. Super Saiyan, punching him, Jiren's not moving.
I'm cool with that.
Super Saiyan 2, he kicked him really, really hard. Jiren was like,
I'm cool with
still
that.
standing there. Super Saiyan God, Jiren used one finger to start deflecting it. Then Super Saiyan Blue, they kind of exchanged fists a little bit. So Vegeta, if you remember correctly, Vegeta's in base. What's Jiren doing? He's blocking. He's acting like Vegeta can actually hurt him. Super Saiyan. So then he finally knocks off Vegeta, right? Goku's back in Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken again. Jiren's acting like this is something new that he hasn't seen. And it's just like you set up something and then you completely basically shit on it the next episode. And it just makes no sense. So with this episode, why I'm coming to this rant is because you have this dude, which you already proved he was stronger than Ultra Instinct. Now he's in perfect Ultra Instinct, and he's just straight up whooping his ass. So somehow that gap is like phenomenal.
I hate that type of stuff.
And it makes no sense. Like, for example, they set up in Dragon Ball Z, they set up Super Saiyan, that ascended Super Saiyan, is completely different than Super Saiyan 2. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, Super Saiyan 2 is on a whole nother level.
Yes.
But what did they say? They said that Ascended Super Saiyan has the power of Super Saiyan 2. It's just that they don't have the speed. Super Saiyan 2 is just the blend of
I remember
both
that,
of
like
them.
this. Yeah, the Super.
When they were like
the
kind of like
Vegeta and Trunks.
They were real bulky.
Yeah, I remember that.
So my
was
problem
cool
with this
stuff,
is
though.
it's like, okay, Ultra Instinct, what does it do? The dodging's there, but all it's supposed to do now that Goku has it is just give him that strike, right? The problem is when they originally fought, Jiren had no problem still beating Goku. He didn't even want help from Topu or what's the other dude's name? The rabbit dude.
Yeah.
He didn't want help from them. So Jiren, in my mind, this is pre-power up Jiren.
Yep.
Now Jiren's powered up, and he's just getting his ass whooped. Then he gets another power up on his lame backstory, and Goku whoops his ass.
And
So I don't know. I literally would just drop this. There's more that I could go into, but I'm just gonna digress here.
Something interesting about the power-ups too is if you go back to Z when Frieza was fighting Goku, before Goku went Super Saiyan, like Goku could fight Frieza.
Mm-hmm.
The balance tipped when he went into his 100% mode, and then once Goku got Super Saiyan, like if you actually, because Z is pretty good about power levels and there's places you can find them. Goku and Frieza were pretty close in their power levels. Goku's just always been a god tier fighter. You know, he's a fighting genius. Goku's real strength isn't so much the fact that he's uber strong.
It's his skill set.
Exactly. Yeah. It's how good he is at fighting, you know? Vegeta's always been Vegeta is supposed to have been stronger than Goku, but Goku is a better fighter.
Yeah.
And they tried to explain something like that in Super, but then they completely messed it up because Goku was always made stronger. Goku was stronger, if you go back to Cell, Goku was stronger than Vegeta because he figured out a better way to train. Hey, let's just hold our Super Saiyan as long as we can. And that learning to your body to get over that stress gave you more power because now your power isn't used to just keep you in that form, you know?
And even if you think about it, when Goku did get that strong ass power increase, when he was coming over to Namek, he was training in that extra gravity thing, and that's something that Vegeta picked up.
So can I basically what I'm saying is, and I like what both of you are saying. That's why I said my two words are deliverables and consistency. When you look at Super Saiyan, Vegeta kept harping, "Oh, you can't wait until I become a Super Saiyan. Wait till I become a Super Saiyan."
He's
Goku.
Oh, God.
That was the deliverable. They delivered saying Super Saiyan's the realist.
Yeah.
Then as soon as Goku did it, he started whooping Frieza's ass.
Yeah.
That's the consistency.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Super shoots itself in the foot on a consistent basis
It does
because
what GT
they say so much.
Yeah.
They say so much to try to magically explain some weird phenomenon, and then they completely just go, nah, that don't matter by the next episode.
That's low-key what GT did. Soon as Super Saiyan 4 happened, the same episode, like 3 minutes later, it's trash.
Yeah. So, I would even argue that GT was at least better with it. like Super just says way too much. Super goes, oh, Goku, all that heat coming out, Goku's going to get exhausted. Then what happens? When he masters it, he extends a whole bunch of heat, and somehow that leads into him mastering it. I thought that was supposed to be him getting exhausted. That's supposed to be him letting out his energy. I just, there's too many flaws in the philosophy.
I feel like they tried to introduce too much and never really perfect anything.
I think the problem is ultimately you come down to the fact that in Dragon Ball Z, Toriyama was making the manga, and it went through like the One Piece. Like, let me just use One Piece. One Piece, you have your manga, and then you'll have the episode months later.
Yeah.
Right. So you have time. Like the manga is that set story that pieces it better together. The manga for Dragon Ball Super is better than the anime for Dragon Ball Super.
There's a Super
Yeah,
manga?
there's a Super manga, and it's behind the anime. I think the problem is they keep shooting themselves in the foot because they do something in an episode. Maybe there's like one team working on it.
It's so hard to wrap. It's so hard to kind of like piece it together in an actual episode versus having all this manga to be able to do.
Yeah, and where you actually have the creator working on it and thinking it through. Like, I think there's probably one team working on 129 and then a different team working on 130. So they have that story base, but they don't have that consistency.
And then I guarantee you, like when the manga does drop for this episode,
it'll make sense.
It'll make a ton of sense because what you just said, we went through a time frame where Jiren is literally blocking shit with his finger.
So manga just post rationalizing. Pretty much,
essentially,
basically,
yeah. So we're going through a time frame where Jiren's blocking shit with his finger. He's damn near unstoppable. 2 episodes ago, he's unstoppable. 3 episodes ago, he's unstoppable. And now we're at the point where we've seen him get hurt a little bit. Now we're at the point where you're saying we see him groveling, can't get up, asking you to finish him.
Yes,
like that's absolutely
and
ridiculous.
Like his character is completely different. I love Jiren's character.
That's not
now
in
it's
his
like
character
ruined
whatsoever.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, okay, where Jiren was just crazy fucking Superman, now he's a bitch.
Yeah.
Now he's crawling on the ground asking for fucking mercy. You know what I'm saying? Just, that's crazy.
It's weird.
Gonna fight.
And now he's gonna and now he's gonna fight. Like, now he's well enough where you guys aren't crazy anymore, so I can kick your ass again. Where you just
now I'm a monster again.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's dumb. We can I there's no words to explain it. But one example, one example, just real quick on the manga thing is I think from my understanding, I don't think there's a Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. There's
not in the manga.
No, I think there's like there's a mode of Super Saiyan Blue where you kind of condense your energy and like it's more focused. So that's how they make themselves more powerful. That's basically like Goku and Vegeta both do it.
Okay,
and it just makes it more of a powerful version of
I think
Blue,
that's that
more concentrated.
To me, I think that's that thing where like when they first are in Super Saiyan God mode, they're blue, but when they go to like that next level, that like it's like a shell of them breaks off or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so that might be it.
I don't know, but
yeah. Okay, so no hot pepper challenge this week. Maybe next week.
Yeah.
Episode
By the way, we were all long from last week. Jiren didn't win, and Frieza didn't come in to kick his butt.
True. And then so Jordan Roy said, who'd you guys say was gonna win?
I said Frieza's gonna snake somebody.
He said Frieza's gonna snake somebody.
I said something of the variety.
I think y'all are on the same page.
Yeah. We were on the same, and you said no one was.
And I said no one was gonna win. Okay.
Technically,
I'm getting closer
right.
to it.
Technically, you were right because no one.
We're not gonna go into that. We'll get to that next week. We'll be back. All right, guys, welcome back. So we're gonna get on our One Piece segment now.
A little less frustrated this one.
A little less frustrated. It's whatever for whatever reasons. Because is One Piece better than Dragon Ball Super? We'll get into that later. Not now though.
Yes.
Yes.
Short answer.
Yes. Short answer. Yes. But no. So we'll start with me first. Hey. So I am on episode. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't get to 50. I'm on episode 49. My apologies.
Last time he was at 39.
But what about the fans?
I just had to put him out there.
I'm a push to 60. Shut up. I did. I was there a little bit though. I'll push to 60 next week. But we're picking up pretty much from 40 to 49. So where I was at, Arlong was still fighting Luffy. Luffy just jumped into the fight. The people of Nami's little town or whatever, they finally got Luffy out of the water.
How did they manage to do it?
What happened? So, that's the thing that pissed me off. Fucking Sanji jumps in the fucking water and he's like, all right, I'm just gonna kick this fucking rock. I'm like, dude, why the fuck haven't you gone down there and kicked the fucking rock in the first place? Not even to say that Luffy's been fucking drowning for an episode and a half, but that's neither here nor there. And then on top of that, they had his fucking head up out of the water, and it's like, well, there's no way what fucking water's gonna get from out his lungs from that fucking long. And it's like, oh, his he doesn't have any powers, and when you go down really, really low, the water pressure will fucking kill you. And that's how they were beating Sanji's ass. One of the other dudes with the little ponytail, he was whooping Sanji's ass with that. Yeah. And Sanji got smart, so I guess Sanji's smart now. But either way, so they pulled him out. Sanji goes down there, kicks the fucking rock, breaks him loose. Luffy pops out like fucking, I don't know, like fucking Rubber Band Man, because he's Rubber Band. And so he pops out, he's down there, he's fighting Arlong. And as I've stated, I'm positive Luffy's gonna whoop his ass. It was not close. I think Arlong bit him. And it was some funny shit where, like, Luffy had his teeth. Yeah. He bit his ass back. He's like, oh, you can't do that. You don't have my jaws. I'm like, that shit's funny. He legit took your teeth and bit you with your shit. You're a bitch. And so we saw one of the greatest heel drops of all time when he dropped that fucking heel on fucking Arlong's head. I don't know if he's dead. I don't know if he's dead, bro, but if he's dead, that's...
What's that move called again?
Axe.
I thought was it like the heel drop or was it?
It was the heel drop. No, it was the heel drop.
I think it's maybe going on axe.
Because if he drops on him, that's the spear.
Nah. He dropped his fucking heel on his fucking head.
Yeah, spears when he points his feet like that. Axe is the straight down. Yeah.
So there's like 5 stories. Heel dropped his ass, dude. Done. The whole and then
do that again.
Done. So the shit was finished. Arlong's underneath his own little place or whatever. Luffy wanted to destroy Arlong's little tower or whatever because Nami was in there making maps. So he's like, oh, this is Nami's prison, so this is how I'm gonna get this bitch to come ride with us or whatever. So he drops shit, breaks shit or whatever. They turn up, have a big ass little party in the town, and so essentially Nami becomes part of the crew now since she doesn't have to worry about getting her 100 million berries or whatever. She leaves everybody money. She leaves that money to the town. She G's everybody's wallet on the way to get on the thing. I'm like, she's Snake. So there was that. What else we did? So everybody's together.
Oh, you finished it up, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So everybody's together, and we saw the clown pirate. What's his name? Buggy the pirate. So we get into that, and this random chick with a heart-shaped ship or whatever, she picks up Buggy. We got an episode of filler where Buggy was rocking with the black dude with the teeth that's inside of the box with the hair, with the green grass hair.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it. It was okay filler. Nah.
I don't remember it, but yes.
Yeah, see? I like that. So they finally get to a town where Buggy's crew is at, and Buggy's like a little mini Buggy because when Luffy beat his ass,
he took his torso.
Right, took his torso and shit. So you got mini Buggy. But so pretty much they got there. Buggy still, he still has the devil fruit power, whatever. So he's beating everybody's ass. Gets his crew together. He finally has his whole body back together, his piece together and shit. And so Buggy and that random chick lady and his crew, they're out looking for Luffy. And then Luffy and them, while they're traveling and shit, they finally get to the place where
Rogers.
Yeah, where Gold Roger.
Yeah, see, you're in Logtown, I think. No, is that Logtown, right?
I don't think it's Logtown. It might be Logtown. It is.
Wherever they're at, though, that's the place where he pretty much started at, and that's the place where he got executed at. So Luffy's just kind of looking around and trying to find, he's trying to like walk his footsteps, see how things were when he was there. And there's another pirate, I think it's like Smoker.
He's not a pirate.
He's a Marine. Yeah, the Marine. So Smoker, I just got introduced into him. I'm like, Smokes. Mortal Kombat, I'm sorry. But I think about two episodes of him being up in there or whatever. So essentially he's real as fuck. And people are saying that he has the power of devil. He may have devil fruit power. I don't know yet. We don't know yet. But whatever the case may be, that's where we're at right now. Smoker. I'm gonna call his ass Smokes.
No, call him. I'm be honest with you. I mean, it works. Honestly, let's call him Smokes.
So he actually ran into Luffy. And Luffy has like some crazy ass bounty on his head right now. Actually, that's how I know, like, I done got kind of far because they did like the little recap of like Luffy being real and
he finally got a bounty done.
Yeah, he's like, he got a bounty and everything. Luffy raw. He's like,
like 30 million, right?
Yeah, 30 million. They said like the base one is like 8 million or something.
Yeah, he's the highest.
And then Arlong was like 15 mil. So he's like way over that shit. So it was cool. So everybody's starting to understand that Luffy real. It's starting to be certified that Luffy a real ass pirate. So yeah, so that's really where they at. Usopp's being a bitch, looking at shit, getting finessed at chops. Sanji is a slut. Nami is not a slut, but she's finessing. She a bitch. And Zoro out here just trying to find some more swords because he's like, I cannot go to the ground line with one fucking sword.
Oh, has he found one yet?
He hasn't found one.
Cool.
He found one, but Nami keep trying to finesse it. I give your ass some money for 300% interest. I'm like, dude, just take that shit. Just take it. Y'all gonna be pirates together. Just take it and then keep it moving. But yeah, so that's where we're at right now. So there's me. I'm gonna try to get to episode 60 next week. But how's the chapter, Jordan? He's the king of chapter recap.
I'm okay. He can do it.
The chapter recap, pretty brief, pretty short. We finally figured out the Germa came in last week, and Sanji continued to get away while the Germa were distracting. The Germa actually came to help him out. I think they said like, oh, but this is our payback to the Big Mom pirates.
Yeah.
What was pretty cool about this chapter is we get to see each one of Sanji's siblings' powers. We see Ichiji, Niji, and Yonji and Reiju use their specific, power. They're complicated. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, Sanji, it kind of ends on a good note where Sanji is actually heading towards the sea, doing their moonwalk and carrying Luffy, who's just sleeping on the job, and we get a nice happy ending. We see the crew happy ending. We see all the crew waiting on the boat, and they're like, oh, Sanji's coming, and Sanji's smiling, carrying Luffy in his arms. So they're about to get to the boat and hopefully get away. So
am I queer for liking that kind of stuff?
What's that?
Like, it'd be like times of just serious ass intense stuff, and then when it all wraps up, they have like the little section of happiness and everything.
I think it's cool.
No, I think One Piece does it good because like
it balances it well.
It's just like One Piece, like there's no real, like One Piece is either fighting or them just partying. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some sad moments, but it's like heavy sadness.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, that's why I like One Piece. I just like the chill happiness partying part.
They know how to do emotions well. I think you see
they do a lot of them. Like just from watching the shit, like there's happiness, sadness, anger. Like there's a lot of different emotions that get blended in very well.
Yeah, and it's funny, you see the face. I'm assuming you've seen the faces, like when they're crying, they have like the snot coming out, and then if you just saw it, you'd be like, oh, that's gross.
The one thing I feel like he misses from not watching the Japanese version is every time Luffy says, "Sugoi, sugoi."
No, we watched like 4 episodes like last Sunday, and it was like, this is actually, I can actually watch this. This is okay.
Yeah. I like the voice actress for actually all their voice actors on in the Japanese version are fantastic.
Excellent. It's one of the good ones. It's not like Dragon Ball Z and G Super.
Yeah, no. Yeah. But
by the way.
But they do it very, very well. I think there's a lot of animes out there that I could reference that just do it awful, especially in the middle of a fight. I think One Piece is good at like focusing on what kind of emotion they're trying to portray at that specific time and not switch. Anyway, let's get to our little debate that we got.
All right, so Jordan,
I love how I don't have to do shit. Just sit here and watch.
You chill. You chill. This is between me and Roy.
So Jordan, as a chapter ends, so pretty much the last panel is I think we see the crew. We have Jinbei and Nami talking like, oh hey, Sanji calls him and he's like, hey, just run the ship at full speed through I think the port or whatever the town, and we'll just jump on, right? And then the very last like panel on the sheet is Sanji like, oh yeah, we're gonna make it, looking all hopeful and happy. Luffy's in his arms sleeping, and it looks real happy. It looks real hopeful, and that's why I said hopeful-ish.
Yeah.
One Piece is known for making plans. Like if they expressly say a plan, it's not gonna happen. Like because they give you details. We're gonna do this at this time, at this hour, at this minute. We're gonna do this and that. It's not gonna happen. That's just fact.
Yeah.
So it looked real happy, and for a moment I was like, oh, they're gonna make it. But then I was like, oh,
this One Piece,
they're not gonna make it. So where do you lie? Where do you fall on that? Do you think they're gonna make it or not?
I think they're gonna make it. So right now, we have, and we talked about this, and you made a point. This chapter or this saga has been going on way too long, right?
Okay.
So we finally get Sanji heading to the ship.
Okay.
With Luffy in his arms. Luffy did what he had to do. The task of the saga, which was Luffy fighting Katakuri, at this point, I think we understand that. That was the point of this thing. They're not going to take out Big Mom.
Yes.
They're not going to succeed in that aspect. They got Sanji, which was one point. Luffy's gotten stronger. That's the second point. They have nothing else to gain from staying there. They need to leave. I think that everybody's fully comprehensively distracted so that the Straw Hat Pirates can escape. Okay. I see it completely going fairly well.
So you,
I know there's been instances in the past, but I see it just going well for them.
This time.
This time. This
is the time.
This is good. So you think because of Germa they're fighting Big Mom pirates and they hop on, bloop, and then sail away to a nice little sunset.
So what I think is gonna
you asshole, bro.
You can't just diminish my argument like that. I don't think it's gonna go well for other people.
Okay.
But for the Straw Hats, I think it's going to go pretty
well. By
well.
other people, you mean the Germa?
The Germa might die.
Dang, that's his brothers and his sister.
And BG,
their dad
might die.
Their dad is low-key missing. But he was a hoe, remember?
He was there. He was there, I think.
Oh, he did?
I think he was there, and they only showed him on one panel.
I'm going to cut you off. I think they are probably... They will. They will get away, but I think that there will be inevitable complication.
What do you foresee happening?
Okay, so Luffy has beaten, I'm always do quotes on this, he's beaten Katakuri, and now they're getting to the ship.
Oh, I had something to tell you. Go ahead, finish it.
So I think something's gonna happen. I think that the Germa are there and they're gonna do a good amount of fighting, but Big Mom is still out there running wild, chasing down fire tank pirates. We don't know if Big Mom is going to defeat them and then come right back, or if she's going to be incapacitated in some way. Yeah. And then Sanji is still right there, like, flying out to him. He looks very hopeful. We don't know all of the Big Mom pirates out there. Maybe they get to the ship and another complication. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have anything set in stone, but I don't think that Sanji is just gonna get on the ship and they're gonna go away and all these people are gonna fight. I feel like technically we still have the number 2 commander. What's her name? The long leg chick?
What's it, Smoothie?
Yeah, she's not fighting anyone. Who is she fighting?
She got cut off at the coast. I don't think she's fighting anyone, but somehow she's distracted.
But
I forgot what happened.
But there's no way.
I think the Germa snuck up on her.
No, the Germa haven't fought.
Because there's a reason she's not at the ship yet.
Because she's cutting off the ship. Remember?
There's something that happened. I gotta relook at the chapter.
Oven is fighting. The Germa, all 4 Germa are essentially fighting, or is it 5?
It's It's
one of them. It doesn't matter. They're fighting Oven, right? That's the 600 million.
Yeah,
something. Whatever.
Yeah.
They're fighting him, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's not fighting. And
but
in
they
my
have
head,
a whole fleet.
In my head, I've always wanted Sanji to fight her because she's from the Long Leg tribe, so she kicks. And Sanji, what does he do?
Not gonna beat her,
I don't think he's gonna beat her. Honestly,
he's gonna get his ass whooped.
I wanted. Remember,
he just wants to fight.
Yeah, I just want to see. Yeah, and remember when I told you I thought Luffy should be stronger than where he is?
Yeah.
I always thought she was third, but she's second. I always thought that this should have been an arc where Sanji, we know he's a great cook. He should have been fighting. He should have been beating somebody. But
yeah, no. If Sanji's supposed to fight someone, I would say I could see him fighting Daifuku. The genie guy. Where he rubs his belly and the genie comes out.
Bro, I don't even remember.
Okay, Daifuku. it was the fleet that Carrot took out when she went into a long one.
I got you.
So I could see him fighting him because they fought a little bit at the wedding.
Yeah.
Or maybe Oven, but no way Smoothie.
Oda is very creative, so I'm not gonna say what's going to happen. I just don't think that
they're gonna
Sanji's gonna get on the ship. The ship. I don't think that it's gonna.
They still got
come
the
Sanji gets
Kuda
on.
burst.
Yeah, no, they definitely have it, but I think something is gonna happen. Namely, the long leg commander has not fought. Smoothie has not fought. She has not. She has not thrown a kick. She hasn't done anything. Big Mom is.
She did a little
she hasn't
thing.
Done, so I feel something's gonna happen.
Okay.
I think some way, somehow is gonna happen. It's not gonna be roses.
All right. It could be. Well, here, I'll put it this way.
All right.
Let the audience tell us in the comments below. No, but one thing real quick I wanted to point out, and I wanted to ask you real quick.
What's up?
Because you said the technicality of the win. Oda is famous for putting subliminal messages in his chapters.
Okay.
With what's her name, Brûlé, coming out and being like, that man defeated the older brother Katakuri,
the bestest.
Yeah, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Is that Oda saying it's not a technicality?
No,
it's a straight W.
No. Like I said, it is. I will. It is Luffy actually defeated. As far as
I'm not asking just solely on your opinion. I'm saying, do you take that as Oda shutting down this technicality of a win?
I think Oda is telling us Luffy actually won. Luffy, this is a fair 1v1. Luffy won this fight. I will forever and always disagree with that because what I was given and what I was shown didn't convince me. He had a giant spear that blasted a hole in his side. It just disappeared. He didn't use it again.
It's like, I don't need it
anymore.
He
he stabbed himself. He is the god of dodging. No one we've seen yet can see the future. He sees the future. You know? But he gets hit and Luffy dodges. But I don't get that.
Can you appreciate?
I accept it.
Can you appreciate the actual and factual argument that Luffy did win? Because I remember you guys talking about all these things that happened. Like somebody will say, well, Katakuri is going to do that regardless. He's going to do it in every single fight.
I accept that Luffy won.
But you're saying that Katakuri is.
I personally think in the future when they fight, I think Luffy will and should win. I don't. Right now, I don't. I
haven't seen the fight, but I agree with. I understand. I have an understanding what happened, but that's like saying someone with the best power did not fight to their full potential.
Yeah. No, I agree. I do agree with it. That's where
that's their fault. But.
Yeah, that is their fault. It's just interesting that Oda specifically had Brûlé come out and be like, he won.
No, I mean, that was cool. I mean, I think it is an official win, and I accept it, and I can appreciate that. That is what I think. It would have been really pointless for them to come here and just completely get decimated at every point. I feel like that would have been bad.
But the Roy record, we got to make this. We have to make the Roy record book.
Yeah,
in the Roy record book.
It's not
the RR.
It's a quote. It's a quote on quote. It's like
you gonna have a red ribbon thing.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
an asterisk.
Yeah. It's like he pulls a baby hammy in the middle of the race, but it's at the last 50 meters, and you just pass him at the line. It's like, you beat him, but like, did you beat him? I respect that. You got the net. You are the NCAA record holder. You're the gold medalist at the Olympics that year.
And someone comes up and beats you because of hamstring.
Nah.
Yeah.
My last thing, the one thing that I really did enjoy that made me like, you know what? I think I like One Piece was Zoro. It was another episode of Zoro. No, I'm sorry, not Zoro.
Dang,
Hawkeye. Mihawk. So he came up on this island and I was like, oh shit, he's about to fuck some shit up. They made it real
I know.
intense,
Who, yeah, I know exactly.
So
what
he
you're
walks
talking
on. He's like, you guys are here on this island. Where's your captain? And then one of the dudes dips like, oh shit, fucking me.
Yeah.
And then so we come find out that is the crew of
Red hair.
Shanks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So Shanks and Mihawk are talking like, dude, he's gonna fucking kill. He's gonna kill Shanks. Why is he gonna? Why? And then it's like, oh, they cool. Oh shit, they cool.
Let's have a party.
They were there drunk and so I'm like, he's not gonna drink. Oh shit, he's drinking. Like this shit was awesome.
Yeah. They just were getting over a hangover or something. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is cool. Like that made me really happy. And then like everybody, that's when they went into the whole little thing where it's like, oh, Luffy's a pirate. And he's like, oh yeah, I ran into your brother. Nigga, like, I felt out real as hell. But yeah, okay, guys. So we'll be back with you next week, episode 60. I'll get to 60. I promise I'll get to 60. You're not 61 because I'm a real person. I'm not gonna say the N-word. I'm a real person. All right, guys, we'll be back.
I can't recall the last time I took advice from anyone.
Alright guys, welcome back. We're back on the NBA. But before the NBA and going against what Justin wants to talk about, we're going to talk a little bit about March Madness, just real quick. Here's the thing. I've been paying attention to March Madness. I don't really know what's going on in the NBA, so we're going to catch up with these two. But first, I know So's been watching the March Madness. Man, what happened with Virginia?
I can't explain it. I don't know what that was, to be honest with you. Like I don't even know like what UMBC was before. I didn't even know they existed. Like, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I can't even guess what UMBC is.
I couldn't tell you.
Maryland, Boston?
Maryland,
University of
Baltimore County, I think.
Oh, I was close enough.
They have like a stadium, like, you know those like college high school stadium things? That's their stadium.
That's hilarious.
Like, and they just came in and whooped Virginia. It wasn't even
a
like
20-piece.
They 20-pieced them. Like, if this
Shout
was
out to Colin Sexton too for getting that 1 W.
Oh yeah,
Alabama.
But yeah, if Virginia was on 2K, they'd be off the sticks right now.
Yeah, they be off the sticks like a mug.
Yeah, and then Loyola was solid. We're in Chicago, obviously, so we gotta give props to Loyola.
Loyola shouldn't be 11 seed, to be honest with you. The way they played, the opponents they faced and beat. I mean, they beat Florida during the season.
Yeah.
Florida was ranked number 6, so I mean, like, they've had a pretty good season. I don't think they should be ranked number 11.
Yeah, they kind of underballed them.
Us being all UIC alums and us having our own battles with Loyola.
Yeah.
Except for Roy, because Roy likes this S on D. But either way.
Well, I'm biased because I live in Edgewater my whole life, so I don't really care.
Hey, shout out Bob.
Shout out Bob. Even though you track. Shout out. No, but yeah,
root for the guys we didn't like anymore, but they're not in our conference, so it's okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Now.
they left. But basically, what I've come to is the March Madness has been extremely entertaining. Everybody's brackets are effed up at this point. It's been great.
Even with the extra NCAA bullcrap going on, we thought it wasn't even gonna happen, but it's like, hey, it's happening and it's better.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
Michigan's game winner.
Oh, Michigan! I forgot about that. Yeah, Michigan's game winner last night.
That was unreal. Like,
it was a freshman hit the game winner. That was the shot of his life. That was amazing.
I mean, that was a shot of the tournament. I mean, that was like almost close to half court. So far, right?
That was
March Madness.
Which one would you give it to, Loyola game winner or Michigan game winner?
Which is crazy because Loyola has two game winners, and the Michigan one because it was a tougher shot to make. I feel like going against like 3
it was
people
kind of in the corner. It wasn't in the corner. It was at the top of the wing.
Yeah, but it was like,
and it was deep too,
40 feet away.
Yeah,
that was kind of a more difficult shot.
He did that like, I'm gonna spread my legs and shoot kind of thing. Like, all his whole form was off on below the lower half of his body, upper half of the body.
But as soon as he released it, for some reason, it looked so good. I was like, oh, that's going in.
Yeah, like, perfect release, dude. That was nice. But I'm sorry, Justin. A little off topic for
That's why we love you, Jordan. Okay.
Hey, but all right, go ahead and let me know what's going on in the NBA because, like I said, I haven't been paying attention because of March Madness.
So of course we have to talk about many things involving LeBron, but we'll go ahead and just recap how the week's been going. So we still have pretty much the top 4 still sitting still on East and West sides. Everything else is kind of still moving around a little bit. One of the things that we did see was the Spurs are officially out of the playoff scene at the moment.
At the moment, yes.
Yeah, at the moment. It's still stuff that can happen.
The great ones fall.
Yeah. We still have the controversy of if Kawhi is going to come back. A lot of the things that people are saying is, if they do come back, they're gonna be sitting at probably an 8th or 7th seed.
Can you guys give me your take on the whole Kawhi thing, the controversy? Like, is he looking for free agency?
So,
what's the story behind it? Because I keep hearing that come up, and
the issue with Kawhi is it happens with a lot of players is that they go through training and rehabilitation through the team. And the team kind of decides if a player is ready or if they're ready or if they're not ready to return. So as you know, after Kawhi got injured by Zaza, when he came back,
I hate Zaza.
But when he came back though, Kawhi got hurt again. And so what that did was cause controversy with Kawhi's camp because they believed that he wasn't ready to come back yet. So when he came back and he got hurt again, it was like, oh shit, well, I shouldn't have been listening to you guys in the first place. So now what's going on is Kawhi is going through his own doctor's own rehabilitation, and what they're doing is pretty much putting a pause on him coming back. So his camp is taking a longer time frame for him to come back, where the actual Spurs training camp would have said he could have been back by now, so that's causing an issue. And it's also causing a stir because he's not participating in practices. One of the things that Tony Parker said, people asked Tony Parker, what does he think about what's going on? And he's saying, I don't know. I haven't seen him in practice. And it's really odd because usually when players are on the verge to coming back, playing with the team again, they'll do their 1-on-1s, 2v2s, 3v3s, 5-on-5s, and then they're ready to go. Same thing that Isaiah Thomas did with the Cavs. He was still at practice. He was still working. He was getting worked into the system. But with Kawhi, even though he's been there for a while, it's still odd that he's not at practice. And Parker also said, like, the way that the situation was going, he's never seen this, happen before. You got to think that they've been there. He's been there for a long time. He's been there longer than Kawhi, you know what I'm saying? So he's been in the Spurs organization for a while and seen things like this happen. But the fact that they're not on the same level, it kind of says a lot.
Yeah. I think, in my opinion, Kawhi, he doesn't want to be around with the Spurs no more. I think it's making it evident, not practicing with the team and whatnot. I think that the Spurs, instead of even trying to get Kawhi to come back, I mean, they're still like a 7th place, 6th place type team.
Yeah.
They'll be in the middle of the pack.
Even if he doesn't come back.
Right. So I think it's going to be weird to say this, but I think the Spurs is trying to do kind of a rebuilding stage. I think they should go into a rebuilding stage because it's gonna be the first time in quite some time, but it's about time they be able to do that. I don't think they could sustain it, and being a 6th, 7th seed, you don't want to be in basketball hell. You never want to be in basketball hell.
That is hell.
The Bulls been in it for 20 years, so and it's not a good place to be in.
It's a place of mediocrity. Once you sit there, you can make a couple of moves, but once it's time to actually make that big step, you don't have those guns. You don't got those guys to do it. I think another thing with the Spurs is you got to think about it this way. Ginobili over 40, Parker's getting up in age. You know what I'm saying? Those are guys that if they were to retire now, you'd accept it.
Aldridge is not the same.
Aldridge is not the same guy, and even though his numbers are getting better, it's because they're letting out. They're essentially deferring to Aldridge and letting him do.
Aldridge has never been like a superstar player.
And he doesn't understand that. The Spurs understand it, but LaMarcus Aldridge doesn't understand that.
No, you have to have that confidence. I guess.
And so, and just when you look at it, Pop's been there forever. It's going to get to a point in time where if they don't start making the transitions now, once everyone leaves, my big thought about it is
if Kawhi does not sign back with him, because they're gonna put
how many years does he have left on his contract?
This is final year.
Yeah, so what they're trying to do is when the summer hits, when July comes, they're gonna smack $200 million on him right then and there. They're gonna offer him a max
which would be the
right
biggest
there.
mistake. I would never.
And if Kawhi doesn't take it right then and there, that's when you say, you know what, let's blow it up. Let Pop go ahead. Pop's gonna retire. I think if Kawhi doesn't sign back, Pop's gonna retire. Manu's gonna retire. Tony's gonna retire or go somewhere else, or he may stay. But he's not really a big factor in it right now, just because of the injuries and the age. I think if Kawhi does not sign back, they're gonna go ahead, blow everything up, and find a new good coach, a good coach. You know what I mean?
Right.
And just kind of.
We're talking about the Spurs here. I mean, they will recover. This is like the best organization in the NBA. They will find a way to win again.
But see, we said that about the Lakers though. But look at them.
I mean, the Lakers.
But
the Lakers.
They paid Kobe.
In between, they had to get superstars like Paul Gasol coming over in the late 2000s. Was a huge. That's one of the missing pieces. They were missing a big man down low, and like they sucked between when Shaq left until they got Powell, you know. So,
do you guys think that? I'm from listening to this instance. I'm just trying to figure out like what's going on per se. Like, do you feel like Popovich is kind of the X factor to determine whether Kawhi stays or not, or is this just? Do you think it's just all on Kawhi at this point?
I think the thing that's going on.
Because I can see him having an issue. Sorry to cut you off, but I could see him having an issue with the organization. But I don't know if that's connected with Pop or what.
It's not. It's not Pop. Pop is the type. Pop's the type of person. He's gonna say what he wants to say. He's gonna say what he thinks. It's not necessarily just on Pop. Like, one of the things that the media is kind of running with Pop is him saying that after a certain amount of time, it's difficult to put someone back into a lineup. And so that was, people were kind of taking it as Pop saying like, look, if he's not back by this time, I'm not putting him back in. I'm not going to put him back in the rotation. And with stuff like that, I don't think that's not a shot at Kawhi. It's just it's a reality. With the Spurs, they move on without players. They try to do what they need to do without these players. And so I don't think it's on Pop. I really think that the big miscommunication was between the Spurs training staff and pretty much Kawhi. Kawhi's a little upset that he got hurt again. And the thing that I kind of see that was kind of silly was Kawhi was out for the ankle stuff. When he got hurt again, it wasn't his ankle. It was other parts of his body. He had a training staff supposed to make sure that he's set to come back. But I mean, it's just one of those things where they've been going through a little bit of a rut of not being as successful as they usually are. Guys are getting older, and it's just you start kind of actually seeing the light at the end of the tunnel as far as, you know what, this is not the heydays anymore. We don't have Timmy anymore. Without Timmy, Timmy's one of probably the greatest power forward in league history. And so it's tough for you guys to do the things that you want to do now. Marcus Aldridge is not that guy. And so it just turns to a thing where people are seeing these things like, you know what, Kawhi's probably like, hey, I can go back to Cali. I can, I have to live my life. I have to take care of what I have to do. And it's difficult for us to look at that as the Spurs, because the Spurs are just, even when they did like the Game of Zones thing for Bleacher Report, they were the
the walk.
Yeah, so it's like, you're not supposed to say anything. You're not supposed to do stuff, and it's like, you can't get mad at Kawhi. It makes sense.
Where do you think he would go? Like, if he was to leave?
I think he'll stay out west.
Stay out west?
Yeah.
I can see that happening too. Like,
what, do you think he could go to the Lakers?
Yeah, honestly, I think
I think the Lakers will sign somebody big in the coming years. Like, it's the Lakers; they have to. So
they got the market capability to do that. People are looking for that team.
Yeah, so that's essentially the West. And
you were talking about LeBron.
Yeah. So of course we have to come back over to the East, and I think the record for the Cavs right now, they have lost 5 out of. They're 5-8. They lost 5 of their last 8 games or something like that.
8 games. They almost lost to the Bulls last night.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
We just saw LeBron pretty much get worked out by Damian Lillard in Portland and them. And
Valentine almost dropped 40 on them.
And so we look at it again, and we see that we're getting the same stuff that we had at the beginning of the year with the Cavs, where LeBron's barking at Tyronn Lue again. He's getting on his teammates again, and he's getting back in these press conferences, and he's doing that LeBron thing. And the LeBron thing is he's saying these things that, for me, just completely tear him down as one of the greatest. The two things that I really took out of what he said in his press conference after the Portland game was, one, him saying that it's been a very long time since he's played with another all-star, and he said it. And so I'm like, man, you've played what, maybe like 11 games, 12 games with your new roster. I'm sorry Kevin Love's hurt, but literally your entire roster from a month ago was nothing but all-stars, former MVPs, former finals MVPs, this that. Like, don't tell me you haven't played.
You can't have a better team.
You can't, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't work out. So,
like, I could see like Dame saying that or something.
Yeah,
like that,
I can understand that. But dude, like, and then even with the guys you have now, like, they're not all-stars. It really doesn't matter, because I do recall J.R. Smith doing shit in all-star weekends back in the day. That's back in the day. But either way, the guys you got are the guys that you wanted. The guys you got were guys that play their roles. And so if they play their roles as role players, you don't expect them to do as much as you. But we see that the Cavs are losing. And I think it's time to finally sit back and say, you know what? It's not the role players, dude. It's partly you. Like, you got the guys you wanted. You get everything you want. And you continue to cry about when things don't go right, So that was one thing he said. He said that he didn't have enough all-stars or whatever, and just that in itself kind of just threw me off. And what else did he say? He said some shit about Dame, didn't he? He said something.
I remember someone was saying, do you think Dame is underappreciated?
Yeah.
And he said I would appreciate him or something.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
that's ridiculous, dude. Like, what do you want? How much do you need to do what it is you need to do? Like, no one else is getting these kinds of things that you get. No one gets the absolute players that they want.
No one gets that on demand. Like,
you
can't find any superstar that will ask for that, except for probably Westbrook. But that's the only person.
And that just happened last year.
And that just happened.
And that's because of what happened to Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? Like, he signed that crazy contract. He's tradable. Like, you lost a lot of players, so he got what he needed.
What he needed, yeah.
So it goes beyond just it being Russ, but with LeBron, it's literally what LeBron wants. And when LeBron gets what he wants and it doesn't work out, it's like, man,
everybody else's fault.
Yeah, who else are you gonna blame? Like, you didn't hear LeBron say anything about himself. And it's like, oh, look at his stat line. Yeah, his stat line's crazy because you're not nowadays. We were at a point where LeBron was passing the ball too much. Now we're at the point where LeBron doesn't pass the ball at all. If anything, I don't in the fourth quarter of all the stuff that I've been watching, of just close Cavs games, I'm not seeing anybody else taking shots, doing anything. It's all LeBron. Everything's all LeBron. Even with the new guys like Jordan Clarkson and George Hill, they're all coming up the court. It's like, you don't see fluid basketball being played in Cleveland. Everyone's playing basketball like they're absolutely terrified to do something that LeBron doesn't want you to do. You know what I mean? Like, they don't play free basketball.
They're not comfortable.
They're extremely uncomfortable. Yeah. You can tell they're so uncomfortable. And, like, people always do, like, the whole, well, Mike had this and that. It's like, well, yeah, Mike had this and that, but they didn't play uncomfortably. Tony Kukoc would go ham. Yeah. He was not playing uncomfortably. You know
but it's also the mentality of those players, because those players didn't give a fuck. Scotty didn't give a fuck.
He didn't care.
Tony didn't
like,
give a
if
fuck.
They're on, they're on. And then if Mike says some shit, Mike's not out here, oh, you're not fucking sticking this, you're not doing that. He's just gonna play harder. He's just gonna play better. You know what I mean?
I mean, Mike would get on his players, but it probably more so.
It's a different way.
It's a different way of.
It's
how
a different way. Like,
but he's gonna step it up in order to get to that.
With LeBron, LeBron, it seems like he's coaching you. You know what I'm saying? And at a certain point in time, like, let's say we're all hooping or whatever, and we got one guy, he's really good, but we're down a couple of points, and he's not doing anything extra, but he's coaching. You know what I'm saying? You got to slide on the baseline. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do this. I'm like, dude, all right, chill the fuck out. Like, just let us fucking play. You know what I mean? At a point in time, it's like that. And it's also, it sucks when...
I mean, I think that's fine. It's just more so about, like you said, when you go out to the media and you say, oh, well, it's been a while since I played with an all-star. It's like, you're out here coaching. Like, why are you taking shots at...
It's
taking shots at the players you're trying to build up too, So I can feel you on that one a little bit. I understand where you're coming from.
I'm telling you, we're gonna have like a whole ass video where I can sit here and just just vent about LeBron, and it's not hate. It's just these are factual things that are happening. And
we're gonna have to get a real LeBron fan on here. I really want.
We gotta get a real LeBron.
Seriously, because
like someone who rides and dies with LeBron. I want to really see this debate.
Nah, not really.
I was gonna say though.
Yeah, he's not huge.
I was gonna say though. So what do you take of all that? Or what Justin was saying with LeBron's interview?
I mean, like, you know, I'm not a big LeBron fan myself, so I mean, like, with the bias and everything. But what I'm saying, like, with him saying that he needs more players, I don't see how that's happening. Like, I don't see why would you need more players. It was like you got shooters around you. You have like Jar Smith, you have Kyle Korver, you got all these players that actually shoot the ball. You have like a lot of players around you. You don't need much. You're not getting the job done in terms of like trying to get the offense rolling. You know, the ball goes to him and sticks with him. That's the problem. Yeah, he's running everything, but that's the problem is that it's not moving around. Like, you know, it's not getting passed around. It's just one person holding the ball and then creating for everybody else. You know?
Yeah, you're not letting the other players get into their rhythm.
No, you're not letting George Hill play point guard. You're not letting, you know, anyone else bring the ball up. You're not like those little small things do matter. You know, those like. All those things, you can't like just keep the ball and just do whatever you want to and just expect to win. Everybody be in rhythm, you know.
Yeah. And Toronto's still number one. They're still out here doing their thing.
I don't think the Cavs make it to the finals.
I don't think right now, bro. I don't think they're making it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I bet they're not going to the finals. I don't think they're making it.
Eastern Conference Finals most likely, but I don't know. I like Toronto. Looks like they're so dangerous.
Let's see what happens with Kevin Love. Let's see what happens when Kevin Love comes back.
Yeah.
All right, one last question though, because you did mention the Bulls, and I'm just curious about the Bulls, real quick. Do you think Fred Hoiberg stays? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, they're staying. He's staying on purpose because they're in rebuild mode, so they know he's a shitty coach. They're gonna keep the shitty coach.
He's gonna be here for the next 3.
Yes, sir.
Like 3 to 4.
You think they're gonna give him another contract?
Hell yeah.
Oh yes, by far.
And probably give him a little bit of extra money too.
All right, that wraps up our NBA talk. We'll be back.
This is my favorite segment.
All right, guys. Well, this is my favorite segment. All right, guys. Welcome back. We're the DLC. Big Dan, man. What you got going on for us today, big dog?
Well, this week on Dan's Learning Corner, we have the process of me trying to expedite cable cancellation. So last week we talked about
black man shit. See, that's some black man shit. It's getting closer. He's not stealing cable, but he's trying to expedite it.
Yeah. So last week we kind of talked about. I remember we were talking about the one-stop shop per se. About you get your one box and you have all of your different services and everything in there. So when I went home, I opened up my PlayStation and I realized how many actual apps there were as far as.
I feel like they added more than
they had. There's
a lot. There's
third party, fourth parties, fifth parties.
They added. Like I remember they didn't have ESPN, and I turned my PlayStation on. I was like, watch ESPN. Oh, download that shit now.
So we originally we were paying for cable and it was like an ungodly amount. Like for what we were getting, did not correlate. It was like
for basic cable,
poor prices for Camry like quality. It was horrible. So what we did, me and Jordan were roommates. What we did is we ended up actually canceling, and then now we are going to be using those those services. As far as like your Hulus, your Netflix, Amazon Primes, your Slings. So
that was a Sling.
Sling it's an alternative to cable. So basically, they give you like 20 of the most popular channels instead of paying for like QVC and HSN and Home Building Channel Network. Like you don't get those. But you're paying for those if you were to have cable.
Yeah.
So what Sling does is they give you like your
actual channels.
Yeah, your NBC,
things
ABC,
that I will
CBS,
watch and use.
Yeah, or like what most TV in watchable TV is on.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then they have, Sling has an upgraded package. It's like a premium package where you can actually watch sports for soccer, FS, or it's like I don't know what the channel is called, like FS1 or something.
FS1,
Yeah. So
1.
and then you Sports NBC and all that. So right now, like I have Amazon Prime because I'm an employee for UIC and we get a deal on Amazon, and then I have Hulu, and I've noticed with the cost of both of those, like just having those two services, I'm already paying like 1/5 of what cable originally was. But I'm essentially, especially with Hulu, I'm essentially getting all of the decent watchable quality.
You get your essentials.
Yeah. So there's packages and live packages coming out now. It's a big thing. I know YouTube have your YouTube Live, Hulu Live, PSN or PS Plus. Basically, they're internet-based cable. But it's also through that packages of you choose your select group of channels you want and you pay the price. Kind of like how people are saying what net neutrality is going to end up being. But what I found, especially with like the Hulu and Amazon, is you can most certainly get by without having cable. I mean, I haven't watched a commercial in forever. Like,
oh yeah, because you have the Hulu,
yeah.
whatever.
Well, I think it's $9.99 to Hulu, and then you have
$14.99. Oh God.
No, I pay it's $13.07 every month for no. You
trying to let me hold that account real quick? You know what I'm saying? I don't even use that
much. Shit. But yeah, I mean, but it's weird.
3 ways, because I'm sure your girlfriend uses it.
No, she has Netflix. But yeah, it's just I'm beginning now to realize how out of the world I am without having commercials. Like,
dude,
it's weird. Like, people are like, "Oh, do you see that commercial?" Like, I didn't. Like, I mean, I kind of hate commercials, but there's some commercials out there that were funny, like the Doritos,
Arby's,
the Taco
all
Bell.
Arby's commercials. Have you seen the? Side note: have you seen Arby's? Kills the game when it comes to commercials. They have anime. They have just funny stuff. Like I saw, I wouldn't know. Like paper. It's on Facebook. If you scroll on your Facebook, you'll see it. So I don't want to hear your I don't know.
Yeah,
they're the best. Anyway,
that's not in my cookies, so I'm not getting Arby's. But yeah, I haven't seen movie trailers. I don't know what's coming to movies, what's in movies. Like, I don't know any of the new advancements out there. It's basically I'm in my own world now and I'm paying less. I'm saving money by not paying for cable, and I get the entertainment that I want. So I mean, I like it. I know I was thinking about going into the Hulu Live because the hockey's on a lot, and a lot of the hockey games are on NBC Chicago Sports or something. Just huge ass names.
Like Bulls game on Comcast Sports.
So essentially, I would pay a quarter of the price of cable, watch everything that it needs /want, and I'm set. And now I have that extra stuff where I can get my Spotify's and my gym memberships and everything else. But I mean, I like it. I'm curious to see as far as the future how these packages are going to get better, especially with this whole the net neutrality thing, and they're going to start throttling internet usage. So it's interesting to see how fast, especially I know 5G is going to be a big thing. It's going to be insane how you have 5G, which essentially would be a gigabyte download speed for Wi-Fi, and you have a streaming service. Like, that sets the table for legit 4K streaming, and having that be a big thing. And then cable would be completely obsolete, because cable lines have been in the ground for how many years, and they're maxing them out with these 1080s. So I know Dish, they just had a test run with a golf tournament. It was the first time ever broadcasted a 4K, like a 4K event. So
I just want to steal your TV.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got a pretty nice TV, but that was last year's tax returns.
You know what's funny when you say that? Like, you really notice when you don't have cable, you really are in your own bubble. Yeah. Like, you're not up to pop culture as much.
In that Hulu where you get like the 1-minute commercials, most annoying fucking thing.
It's the same commercial.
It's the same commercial over and over and over. It's really it literally makes you want to get rid of the commercial.
See, but that's the thing.
Yes, it really does.
I play to do this. You know what? To be honest with you though, if you do, I think I did a month of like the Hulu Prime or whatever it is.
Yeah.
No commercials. Going back from no commercials, bro. It's hard. It's real hard.
During Christmas time, before I went upgraded, I watched the same fucking Ford commercial.
It's like really bad.
And it's a bad commercial.
And you know what? And Hulu messes up because I think if you're watching on like laptop or PlayStation, after you see a commercial, you're not supposed to, if you rewind, you don't have to see, you're not supposed to. But I think somewhere along the lines, they kind of changed that. I don't know if it was.
They have different gaps where it's programmed to.
Yeah, but no, like if you, like for example, if you scrub through past a commercial.
Tell the people, Roy.
Yeah, my bad.
This is actual thing. So
yes.
To me, yeah.
So a while back, I remember like I used to watch a lot of stuff on Hulu, and if you scrub through a commercial, you're not. If you then go backwards in case you went too far, you shouldn't have to watch that commercial at that timestamp again. But I noticed a lot, especially when I'd watch things on my phone, no matter where, if I scrubbed too far forward and then went back and then played through the whole thing, I'd watch all those commercials again. And it's really annoying. Second thing, the Hulu app on the phone, it looks all pretty, but it's horrible and it sucks. It's a lot harder to find random new shows because it feels like they're just pushing these big ones because each show has a big, nice little page. And I love when things look good, but I also want them to work. I think this new update is horrible. And the scrubber,
that's why
touch the screen, you're gonna fast forward. It's the worst thing ever.
PlayStation just put in their patch for it, and it's kind of hard. I mean, I'm starting to learn it now, but my TV, I have an LG TV. It has the old platform, and it's so much better. But it kind of fucks it up where I can't find like my shows or like I'll go.
It looks nice, but it's just not useful.
Yeah, they're just trying to be up and trendy.
Yeah, but like
I know because Netflix they went from the white and red to the black.
Netflix does that like every 3 years.
Yeah,
they go from they're white black, then all of a sudden it'll be black and white, then white and black. Then white. It just changes. Like they're gonna go back. Like this is not the first time they're gonna do it.
So plus like another thing with the cable is I know PlayStation VR. We were talking about that in another segment last week where NBA has you can watch virtual reality games with your PlayStation VR headset.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So that's like it's a package that you can add on to it, and it's crazy. Like I watched the preview and stuff, and they basically have like 360 cameras behind the backboard. Mm-hmm. So like you can look around and you watch them coming down the court.
Oh, that's dope.
That is crazy.
That's dope.
They have one on mid court. I think
dope.
You can switch to, and like you can like turn your head and watch them play. And it's supposed to be a higher quality.
I'm telling you guys, VR. Virtual reality / augmented reality is the future.
So
y'all,
with me,
that's what
with all the money saving by not paying cable, I can put that aside.
Buy Google Glass.
I might. PlayStation's eventually gonna come out with something 4K or VR, so I'll probably just put that money aside. You get that, and then boom.
PlayStation. I
will no longer be on this show.
You won't be on the world.
In my world. Where's Dan? I don't know.
Dan's like I'm. Oh, and it'll be RLC
things
now.
We've learned today. So we're gonna cut cable. If you scrub through Hulu commercials and go backwards, you might not be able to. You might not watch those commercials. And virtual reality again is a thing.
Also, please make sure that you don't bitch if you have 30 megabit download speed and be like, "Well, it's always buffering shit." You need that extra stuff for the streaming. Like that's your fault.
That is your fault.
You might have to pay a little bit money. It's gonna still be less.
Wait, are you saying you should have it minimum 30 or
no? He's saying if you have 30 megabits.
Yeah, if you have 30 megabits, be like, "Oh, I can't do this. I need to go back to cable." Well, 30 megabits, like your phone buffers at 30 megabits.
Yeah.
So, but that's another key factor. I've realized with this whole process of trying to eliminate cable is it's doable, but you have to set the foundation.
Cut the cable, upgrade the internet. We'll be back. So welcome back. So we got Roy back on his phone doing things again.
I was searching.
He's searching stuff. He's actually helping, I think. Maybe this time. I'm not Papa Jordan, so I'm not gonna beat his ass. I'll just be disappointed in him. But no, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about these.
We're going to talk about these things, and I don't know.
Okay, Dan's racist.
I'm not.
We're going to talk about the Fortnite updates. We're gonna talk about how we have it on mobile now, but we're also gonna talk about if we're gonna. Well, these guys have already paid to play Fortnite. I have not because I am not cheap. I'm just lazy. And we actually want to play the what's the thing called?
PVE. Save the world mode. Yeah. PVE.
Yeah, the actual.
Do you know what PVE stands for?
Player versus everyone.
Environment.
Oh, is it environment? I thought it was enemy.
Ooh, y'all don't know nothing. I didn't know that either. So
and then, so PvP means
player versus
penis.
Player versus player.
But yeah, so we actually wanted to. We're actually just all talking about how we actually want to maybe play that because it seemed like fun. I'm the kind of weirdo that I was not and still kind of am not the biggest fan of PvP. So I kind of like just playing games just to play the actual game. Roy's competitive.
I like both.
I'm sure everybody else is a little bit more competitive than I am. Like I will play 2K and just play. Yeah, I'm that's the only thing I'm PvP on is FIFA. That's about it. But everything else, I just kind of want to just play the game to play the game. Like I can't enjoy playing Fortnite with Roy because he wants to go, win and shit, and I want to just tear down. I want to tear down trees.
Actually, you should tell him about the last thing we just did in Fortnite.
He got mad as hell. What did I get mad at? Oh well, I'll talk about that. One, Roy got mad. He's like, "Why are you got me, Dan, and Roy were playing?" He's like, "Why are you guys? If you tearing down a house doesn't give you the best materials." I was like, "So." I was trying to we want to make a house.
I wasn't trying to be bad.
We're destroying all of Tomato Town, and he's like, "Guys, there's better ways."
There's trees.
No. First of all, they're making me.
It's gone.
They're making me sound way more condescending than I said.
That's really how you said it, bro.
I said, "Hey guys, that's not the best way to get materials, right?" And they're like, Dan's like, "Yeah, I know." And I was like, "Okay."
Are we all gonna really act like Roy's not condescending,
bro?
Are we gonna act like you're not condescending, bro?
No, bro. I'm telling you, right. I remember that moment because I saw Dan mine and I was like, that's not the best way to get materials, right?
You have it right now, Roy. You had the
that sounds condescending. Then that's just my voice. Then
even look at the face. You gotta see yourself on camera.
And we're playing.
Better fucking ways, dude.
After every single game, after we lose or we get second or we get 22nd, after every game it's. We could have did this and this and this and this.
I just want to have a team meeting on how we can do better.
He wants to do better. We just want to have fun. Me and Jordan are playing by ourselves. Had a great time. No, we had a great time. We said, all right, this is what we're gonna do. And I know Roy wouldn't have been down for it at all.
Roy wouldn't have. What are you talking about?
So me and Jordan were playing, and we said, you know what? Let's have a building competition. And we
literally I would totally do that.
No. We died. We died. Happily.
We tried to pickaxe someone at some point.
But that's what I'm saying. If we have a game plan going into it, hey, we're just gonna build the tallest tower ever.
He said plan. He said plan. Fun isn't always planning, Roy.
I just want to know. I just want to know what we're doing.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, how it went down is we went to Anarchy. Yeah. And then I asked Justin, "Can you do this?" And I built something, and Justin's like, "Oh shit." And then we're like, all right, we're going to have a building competition. We just
I'd be so down for that. I do dumb stuff. I built a stairway.
I do dumb stuff, guys. Stop playing me as... No.
I just want to know what we're doing.
Hey, Roy, what tier are you?
Higher than you.
Hey, Roy, what tier are you?
Higher than you.
Yeah, that's the kind of guy Roy is.
I played with Roy. I think it was Friday night, or it was sometime last week. He had his good players in. Like the only thing I could literally do is I was just a mule. I would carry the shield, the bullets, the fucking med packs. They would go up forward. I would come running up behind. They were like, I'm reloading, and then I would just come up. My only job was to carry and lay down cover fire. And like, if I died, it was like I would be throwing myself in front of the good players. That's about it.
Like Roy has a friends
we need
list.
Minis. Where's Dan?
Roy has a friends list. Good friends, shitty friends.
Yeah.
Guys,
you can't play with them.
We need one shit. Let's go.
We need one shit.
When I see Roy playing with Silly, I can't play with him. I see Roy playing with DLX, I can't play with him today.
Well,
all right, Roy, we'll see you next week.
Silly's not that great at.
We'll see you next week, Roy.
Silly's not that great at Fortnite. He's new. He's like, honestly, Jay, you and Silly are the same skill level right now. Okay. I guarantee it.
I'm just gonna give myself props. I took out a squad by myself.
He did. Jordan's good. Jordan's
been good.
And honestly, I left them to play with you guys. The last time I played with you, I left them. I was with them. I was like, nah, I gotta go play with my other friends.
I kind of don't like playing with Roy.
That's okay.
After he just said he left his other friends.
We got to be a group. Like if it's not a group, it's like Roy has to not be in a very competitive mood.
I'm always in a good mood.
Yeah.
But I can turn it off.
At the other side,
I can change.
At the other side, since Justin's so infatuated with getting materials, everybody will be together, and we're like, okay, what are we doing? We look up, Justin's fucking 200 meters away, all by himself.
But you know what? I'm not opposed to getting materials because I feel comfortable when I have 600 of wood.
But you don't build any.
But Justin does. I build stuff.
I don't build shit.
Justin doesn't build.
I don't build shit.
For me, I just don't. Like, I was just thinking the other day we were playing, I was like, Justin, why are you mining? Like, you're not even gonna build, bro.
You don't even lift.
You're not gonna use it.
Like
I've been using it. I've been using it more.
You
I'm
have.
gonna say
I
this.
noticed.
You are probably the person that everybody else wants to kill so that they don't have to mine for material. They're like, oh shit, this guy had 900 wood. Nice. I don't
like honestly, like I was thinking the other day, I was gonna make a suggestion, Justin, but like Justin doesn't even like when I make suggestions. I'm like, you know what? When we get into a gunfight, the first thing you should do instead of shooting is just build something, like build a wall and thing, and then you get more comfortable building. Because I remember when the first time I got a solo win, I didn't build a single structure. I didn't build a tower. I just ran around, and the only time I built something was like a quick, like before I got in the gunfight, I built a wall and a ramp, and then I stood on. After that, once I got into the gunfight, I never built any more stuff. So I won purely just from finessing and getting better positioning. And
good job, man.
Excuse you. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and then the only reason why I build now, and I'm okay at building now, is because I forced myself to build.
Yeah,
you have to force yourself, and that's all I was saying.
No, you know what? Though? I did.
I
seen Roy do some crazy shit. Like I seen him build so many walls in like this gunfight. I think it was like a 3v1. He built so many things and moved around so many times. And Dan was talking, he's like, "Let me think." Roy's, let me think. Stop talking. Let me think. And he's building. I'm like, there's no way you're thinking about what you're building right now. You're just building shit.
No, I
you are pressing button.
No.
You are button mashing.
No. I was thinking. No, I remember that. I think we were getting rushed by 3 people.
Are you on turbo build? Go to your settings. Go to gears. Turn on turbo build.
Yeah. We were getting rushed by 4 people. So I built enough, and I killed one dude, right? And then the other 3 dudes were rushing me. So Dan was like, "Oh, you can do this thing." So I was like,
When Dan does that, that's frustrating.
No, it was okay. No. Dan was making decent suggestions, but like after I kind of assessed the situation, I just wanted to get it done. So like I was jumping back, and I was trying to build at least 3 walls, jumping back, right? And then once I get enough separation, and they're just trying to find me with all the walls, I switch to my stairs, and I try and get some height. And then they'll start to run around. So as I'm getting higher, I might switch back to a wall, make a little defense thing.
Yeah.
And then look down and start shooting.
Yeah,
people.
that's how you should
and
do it.
And that's what I was trying to do. And then, but there was 3 of them. So once I built a wall to block off this dude on my right, now there's another dude on my left. And then I was trying to build a stair. And then just where I was trying to build the stair, I had built a stair this way, and it wouldn't build one this way because there's no wall for it to fasten it. Yeah. And that's where I got caught up at. But yeah, so I try. I'm trying.
I'm gonna put up the $10 so we can play that PVE.
No, it's not that. You have to pay more, I think. I don't know. You don't get it for getting the 10.
But it's gonna be free later this year.
Justin, look at
It's gonna be free in a few years. You're talking about save the world. It's gonna be free soon. I know.
But that one is specifically about your building and just mowing people down.
I'll enjoy that.
No. Yeah, I've looked at it. I guarantee you'll like it.
They don't have rights.
It's just Fortnite.
Yeah. So another
do you
thing.
play Fortnite?
No.
A couple times.
No.
I haven't.
It's okay.
Yeah, not really. A couple times I like with my brother's PS4, but that's it.
I gotcha.
Another thing that just dropped was mobile. Yeah,
the mobile app's pretty cool. So I was home this weekend, and one of my little cousin's friends was playing the mobile app, and I was like, I wonder how legit this is.
Yeah.
You look at it, it's the full game. It looks really solid. It's actually, they made it not too complicated. Like when you see a chest, for example, you just tap on the chest and it does it. You don't have to hold it.
Yeah.
You just tap on the
I've heard it's a really good
gun.
port. It's a really good
and
port.
even like building, you literally, I think it might even be simpler than the PS4 building. Like you literally just tap it and tap. And like you can tap on the whole screen, so it actually makes it pretty simple.
And
you
it probably
can build
has like
where
a
you
little
want.
joystick, I'm assuming, for the
for moving.
Yep.
So it's really pretty cool actually, and it's interesting how well it transferred over from computer to system to mobile.
Yeah, I was reading some of the tweets on some of the streamers and YouTubers who play it, and they're like surprisingly solid.
Mm-hmm. And you get to bring your profile over too, which is pretty cool. Like if I want to keep doing my tier stuff or whatever, I can.
I think that's really why they did it, so people can be playing the game.
I feel it's gonna be like, remember in
I'm gonna
college,
get fired for playing it. I my job. No,
remember in college, like you had your book, and then PDF books became a big thing.
Yeah.
And then like for me, I feel like with the mobile version, it's gonna be like having a PDF book. Like you don't have that thing in your hand of like being able to be
it's
in
different.
control. Like it's with the touch screen. Like oops, like like you don't have like, and not only that, but I mean, what a phone screen is 5.7, 6.2 inches, and you have your controls blocking some of that. Like, how are you gonna be able to see someone running at 200 meters away?
I mean, I feel like it's not gonna be for everyone. It's
mobile.
no iOS, I think.
You can't do cross-platform.
No, I was actually going to get to that. I'm glad you brought up cross-platform. So before, they had like an unofficial cross-platform between PlayStation 4 and PC. Like if you download like the Epic launcher on your computer, and then you add your PC friends on it, and they add you, they can join you on PlayStation. So I was actually playing Fortnite with my PC friend before, but it puts you on PC servers, which is good and bad. Just because everyone has mouse and keyboard. So yeah, but I mean, you can still beat them. It's just that they will have a slight edge just because it's a little bit easier for them to be more accurate. But now I'm pretty sure they have official crossplay where if you're just on your own, if you're playing by yourself, you should be only on PlayStation servers. But if you still add someone with you on PC or whatever, you'll see a little icon on the top that shows like a computer. Like when I was playing with him, it showed an icon that he was on PC, and on his it shows a controller. So it lets you know when you're cross-playing. Even on the top right before you load up into the game, it'll tell you, yeah, Dan noticed, it'll tell you what servers you're in.
Well, ideally, I guess what their main plan is, they're going to try to figure out a way of making it cross-compatible PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and mobile.
Yep.
It's supposed to be like the next big advancement in gaming.
Is PC supposed to join that? Because I thought it was just PlayStation, Xbox, and mobile. If it's PC, then that might kind of kill it. That's going to be really difficult.
I don't think they'll force you to be in PC servers. I think they only put you in PC servers
if you're friends
when you play with PC.
Okay.
Purely because and I think you can do mouse and keyboard on console.
You can.
Yeah, that's
so. I don't think a lot of people do it.
I don't about that life.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people do it purely because. I don't think a lot of people do it purely because if you're gonna do mouse and keyboard, why not play it on PC where you can have a better, more consistent game, higher frame rates, better visual acuity. So I mean, it's better to play it on PC, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
So how has FIFA been?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I haven't played in like a couple months, but I'm still dominant, so it's nothing.
I am still dominant.
I still dominate.
Are you doing the what is it called where you build your team?
Oh, Ultimate Team? I don't do that. I think
We don't do that shit.
It's the biggest waste of money of all time because you play, you build it, and like you have to spend money, mostly on top like $500 per year to actually get a decent team, in packs, and then. At the end of the year, you don't even get to keep the team. You have to start all over again next year. So I don't even see the point of that. You don't even.
I'm waiting on them.
NHL, you can keep it.
Oh, really?
That's good.
I love Dan, man.
Well, I mean,
I'm waiting on the point where like they do that in 2K and FIFA, where you create your player or whatever, and it just goes to the next game. Like I hate that you have to start over.
I feel like they did that back when you had like NCAA and like EA. You would think that you'd be able to like keep it along. I think what they try to do is try to give you like a different storyline, but I feel like it shouldn't take too much to continue a storyline for you.
I hated the most the fact that like they throw this like huge tournament for like for FIFA every single year. It's like the FIFA Interactive World Cup, I used to get really far into these, and then they switched it to like Ultimate Team where you have to build your team and play it through that. I'm like, that is such a fucked up way to like do this. Now I gotta spend money.
But the problem is because that's all just microtransactions.
They're trying to
They make a lot of money, so it's not.
Because people get competitive and they're like, I want my team to be a high end team, so I'm going to keep
people pay for it.
Putting money in.
But it's also like you don't have. It's like unfair because the players are different. Like you might not get as good of a team built as the other team, and then it's not your fault because it's whatever you get in your packs. It's not based on a skill level. Whereas when it was just like online without Ultimate Team, every player was ranked 85 and you could just go play and it's based on whoever's actually better.
Yeah. A more fair platform kind of thing. Actually, real quick, did you play the Alex Hunter?
Oh my God, yeah, I hate that game mode so much.
Really?
I
loved it.
It makes no sense to me. Like, what am I playing this for? There's no rewards. There's nothing like that.
What bothered me the most about that, I had played it, and it gets to the end of the story, and it's like, oh, find out the rest of the story at some other point. And I thought they were gonna. This was for 17.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna release the rest of the story as like a DLC or something like that, or an expansion pack.
They're gonna release it as an expansion pack.
Yeah, an expansion pack, man. But no, they never did. And then I found out in 18 they were releasing the second part of the story.
Or
so
DLC.
Or DLC.
Well, with all of that, we still have wonderful Fortnite where it's free.
Yeah, Fortnite doing it right.
I do play Rocket League.
Rocket
League was
yeah.
doing it right too. Yeah.
I'm gonna download Rocket League so I can play with you, because we haven't played a game in a while.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, guys. Well, that's gonna wrap up gaming. Wrap up episode 8. Shit, we got a lot more things coming. I just dropped like a little extra little snippet video. I feel like snippet videos are cool.
I like them. I like them.
They're real trippy. Wavy.
Wavy.
So it's got more stuff. So you said you're making a beat a day in a couple of days, ain't you?
I've made a beat every single day for the past like 7 days, 8 days.
You're real
I'm so
motherfucker.
tired. Like, I'm so fucking tired.
You said for a year though.
Shit, for a year, this is gonna suck, but whatever.
It is what it is. Yeah. So
no, they're all
where can they find those beats?
Well,
So
those are gonna be on YouTube. So like I'm switching over from SoundCloud to YouTube because SoundCloud
What's your channel?
sucks.
SoundCloud does suck.
Just Sohan Grover.
Look up Sohan Grover on YouTube.
You got it in the descriptions too. SoundCloud does suck, but podcasts are on SoundCloud as well. You gotta pay money.
Spotify,
right, man.
On iTunes, Apple.
Watch the videos on YouTube.
Watch
We didn't
the
spend
video.
all this time on this green screen
Honestly.
behind us,
Honestly.
for no reason.
Honestly. So, but yeah, we'll have more stuff coming to you guys. Not just, just the pod, but also, just extra little things for you to be
Plus,
watching
you get to see this beautiful mug. So I mean,
when he comes.
Shout out to 200 followers.
I've been
right
here
now.
like 5 times now.
Yeah.
shout out to the 200 followers. We appreciate you guys.
True.
Day ones.
Trying to crack that 300 by what? End of April maybe.
We can get it. I'll be on it this week.
What is it?
Yeah.
I'll be on it this week.
So yeah, we'll try to get there. But be on the lookout, guys. More stuff coming. Follow the Facebook page. We post memes and stuff on there as well a lot. Yeah. So we'll see you guys next week.
See you.
Peace.
Love you guys. Love.
Shut up. Like Jordan does it every week. He does it every week where he wants to keep talking and it's just like shut up, Jordan. Damn, boy.
I'll meet you for dinner.